Hello and welcome back to a new video. This is teacher Farah Zraik from Oxford Schools and I hope you're doing super well. Alright, today we will start with the selection, the goat and the rug, and we will be covering pages in the Journey's Common Core from 279 to 297. And this is part 1 of the story. So here we have the title of the story. The story is called The Goat in the Rug by Geraldine, and in a bit you will meet Geraldine. Here's a hint. As told to Charles L. Blood and Martin Link, illustrated by Nancy Winslow Parker. So, how come it says here it is by Geraldine, but we have here two different authors? How? You will meet that person who told us the story or animal in a bit. Alright, essential question. How is art connected to the past? When you look at any piece of art, you will start thinking of who did it, who made it, what was he or she thinking of? Did they get inspired by the environment, nature, skies, and so on? So art, it is connected to the past. And when you look at a piece of art, you look at the symbolism it represents, colors and material. We can learn about the culture that produced it. We can learn about the culture that produced it. So, yes, art is connected to the past. And once you see a piece of art, you will instantly connect it to the past and start thinking of who did it, what was the circumstances that occurred while making that piece of art. And right now, I just want you, again, to know the title. It is The Goat in the Rug by Geraldine. This is the first character, as you can see here. And this character is telling us the story. This is why it says here by. As told to Charles L. Blood and Martin Link. These are the two authors. Illustrated by Nancy Winslow Parker. Nancy Winslow Parker, she's the one who drew all of these amazing drawings. Now let's get into it. This was page 279. And right now we will move to page 280. So again, this is the first paragraph, the beginning of the story. So we will meet the characters and the setting. My name is Geraldine, and I live near a place called Window Rock. This is the setting. This is the place of the story. With my Navajo friend, Glen May. So the first character is Geraldine, the second one is Glen May. It is called Window Rock because it has a big round hole in it that looks like a window open to the sky. This is the rock and it is open here. Glen May is called Glen May most of the time because it is easier to say than her Indian name, Glee, Naspa. In English, that means something like female warrior, but she's really a Navajo weaver. I guess that's why. One day, she decided to weave me into a rug. Me? Who's me? Geraldine. So Geraldine is the goat. Who's Geraldine? The goat. What clues in the story help you know? The illustration, as you can see here, the drawing shows two characters, Glen May and Geraldine. And the woman, Geraldine is talking about a woman, the Navajo one, and obviously this is the Navajo friend, so Geraldine is the goat. So far, we know the two characters, Geraldine and Glen May. Geraldine is the goat, the one who's telling us this amazing story. But why do you think Geraldine the goat is telling us the story? Why? Why it wasn't like any other story? The person in the story tells us the story as simple as that. Because Geraldine is the goat. So the story will be more interesting and fun because it is, come on, it is told by a goat, not a person. So the story is told by Geraldine, and right now, we know from the first paragraph, from the first two paragraphs, the characters that are Geraldine and Glen May, and we know the setting, window, rock, and we know the nationality of her friend. She's a Navajo. All right, now let's move to page 281. Oh my god, the goat is looking at a huge scissors. Can you predict what will happen? I remember it was a warm, sunny afternoon. Glen May had spent most of the morning sharpening a large pair of scissors. I had no idea what she was doing, what she was going, to use them for. But it didn't take me long to find out. Think, why would Glen May use these big, huge scissors for? Why? I think you started guessing. So she was sharpening, she was making them sharp to cut easily. And what is she going to cut? I think you will find out in a bit. Now let's open page 282. Before I knew what was happening, I was on the ground and Glen May was clipping off my wool in great long strands. Strands? A strand of hair or thread. It is a long strand and you will see them in a bit. It is called mohair, really. It didn't hurt at all, but I admit I kicked up my heels some. I am very ticklish for a goat. So, why did Geraldine kick up her heels high? Why? Because she felt? Yes. So what do you think Geraldine means when she said kicked up her heels? It means that she felt a little ticklish because um Glen May was cutting off her and clipping her wool off her body, so she felt a little ticklish. I might have looked a little naked and silly afterwards, but my, did I feel nice and cool. So I decided to stick around and see what would happen next. Thank you all for watching part 1.